Good morning to all. I'm Himanshu Srivastava. Today we'll read the poem Amanda by Robin Klein. This video includes stanza-wise explanation, summary, and the link for note of this poem is there in the description box of this video. So let's start the poem with introduction. Robin Klein has expressed the views of a little girl, Amanda, who is constantly pointed out by her mother for making mistakes. Mistakes which she considers so as they are not part of the code of good conduct laid out by the society in which we will live. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. The poet is describing Amanda, a little girl who is always pointed out by her mother for the mistakes, and now she imagines her life to be. The poet says that the mother is pointing out Amanda for biting nails, which is a bad habit. Next, he asks her to sit straight without bending her shoulders. Amanda, who has habit of bending her shoulders and sitting lazily, is being pointed out because her mother wants her to sit in the right posture. At this point of time, when she is being scolded by her mother, she imagines herself to be in a deep green sea. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hurt your shoulders. Okay, the same is here. Means at this point, when she is being scolded by her mother, she imagines herself to be in a deep green sea. She says that she wants to be the only resident of this beautiful green sea. She imagines herself like a mermaid who is alone there and leads her life in a very relaxing way. She says that she wants to be carried away by the current of water and feel the relaxing environment there. She wants to live alone. Do you finish your homework, Amanda? Do you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. Here the poet says that Amanda's mother is inquiring her about whether she has done her homework or not. And then she asks her whether she has cleaned her room or not. Moreover, she is also reminded to clean her shoes. So here we can see that the mother is constantly asking her questions regarding her homework being done or not, or whether she had cleaned up her room and shoes or not. I'm an orphan roaming the street. I patted soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. Now, here, this is the thinking of Amanda. On the other hand, while Amanda is listening to her mother's instructions, she imagines herself to be an orphan who is roaming in the street alone. This means that she imagines if she would have been without parents, she would have walked freely in the streets. She would have drawn designs on the soft dust with her uncovered feet very quietly. Her mother wants her to keep everything neat and clean, but Amanda wants to play in dust with her bare feet. Moreover, she is so fed up of this constant instruction from her mother that she says silence is golden, which means that silence is very crucial and precious. She is not getting that with her mother. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your SN, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I am speaking to you, Amanda? Next, Amanda's mother is disallowing her to eat chocolates. She reminds her of pimples that Amanda faces due to eating chocolates. At last, she scolds her for not paying attention to what her mother says. At this moment, Amanda imagines herself to be Rapunzel. Rapunzel was a character from a fairy tale that was captured in tower by a witch. The witch used to climb the tower with the help of long hair of Rapunzel that were let down by her through the window. So here I am Rapunzel. I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I'll certainly never let down my bright hair. Here Amanda wants to be Rapunzel because she feels that life in tower will be peaceful and unusual, not like that she was facing. She thinks she will be free and live in a peaceful environment in the tower. She also confirms to herself that she will never let her hair down to anyone. so that nobody could come to her in the tower. Means she wants to live separately. Stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You are always so moody. Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. Sulking here means in a bad mood. Amanda's mother now warns her for behaving in a very odd manner. She asks her to stop being in a bad mood. Moreover, she blames her of having such an unstable mood. She also scolds her by saying that her behavior will one day make people think that Amanda was constantly being harassed by her mother. For that, her mother scolded her. So, here we can say that although Amanda is always pointed out by her mother on every small thing, but she cannot react to this. If she reacts towards this by getting emotional, her mother takes this against her sense of pride and scolds her that she should not behave like this, as others would think that Amanda's mother is very dominating towards her. She is very dominating, she is harassing her. So, this was the poem. Now, summary is the poem describes a girl named Amanda and her mother who is nagging her for her mistakes. She is first pointed out most probably by her mother for biting her nails and for not sitting in the right posture. The mother also feels that Amanda sits in a very lazy manner. To this, Amanda imagines herself as a mermaid who lives a calm and relaxing life in the beautiful green sea. Further, she is nagged for not cleaning her room and shoes and also for not doing her homework. She then imagines herself to be an orphan because she is now fed up of being watched by her parents continuously. She says that she would have enjoyed her freedom then by making the patterns of her bare feet on the sand and to live a peaceful life. Next, Amanda is scolded for eating too many chocolates as this causes pimples. She is also scolded for not listening to her mother. Now, Amanda thinks of being Rapunzel, a character from a fairy tale, and wants to live in a huge tower like her. In the tower, she will be alone and will live a peaceful life and will never allow anyone to come in. Means finally she wants to get rid away from her mother. The mother asks her to stop being moody because she doesn't want anyone to blame her for harassing her daughter. At this time, the poet has not written any reaction from Amanda's side. This constant nagging has made her so sad that she has even stopped to imagine herself as someone else. She used to do so in order to escape from the continuous harassment, the continuous nagging done by her mother, and she thought that this is dominant. Here are some questions, short questions. I hope these questions will help you out to understand the story. So, thank you.